Hello and welcome to episode 19 of the Unknown Comics podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Brandon. There are other co-hosts. That's Chris and Tanner.
He was about to claim the whole thing.
No.
Yeah, I'm the host. Those are your guys over there.
I'm the MC, but I'm not the host. Let's say that. I'll give that one up. Brought to you by Sonic.
Yeah,
My freaking gigantic cup out of the way. Wow, we were really prepared for tonight.
Yeah, hey, we know the guy that runs the Sonics here locally, so he's probably okay with it.
There you go.
Yeah. He's a customer. He loves his comic books.
Well, how was y'all's week?
It's good.
It's good.
It kind of started with Mortal Kombat.
It did.
And then
we'll get to that later,
going.
though.
We're going to, but I just wanted to say that's kind of how I felt my week started. I let that start my week.
Yeah.
Mentally, even though it was like Saturday or something.
So did you like try to like rip any of the employees like spinal cords out or anything?
No, I mean, I thought about throwing my hat in the ground and seeing if I can do a fatality.
Buzzsaw fatality.
Yeah, again, we'll talk about that.
Did you
later.
watch it?
Yes,
Okay.
I saw it.
Me and Brandon are is like if Tanner hasn't seen it, it's too bad. We're talking about it.
We're talking about it. Not like we can spoil anything. A lot of people just die and fight. I mean, there you go. But as far as spoilers go, let's go ahead and spoil the finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
A lot of stuff still up in the air.
A lot of stuff still in there. It was a good series.
It was.
It was. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was like.
I still think WandaVision was better.
Yeah, the finale wise anyway. I wasn't just like shocked at the ending of Winter Soldier. You know.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I thought it was good though.
No, I thought it was a good story. It's a good branching place for those character arcs. And a changing of the guard.
I enjoyed John's little redemption.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A very quick. It's very similar to the same way it was in the comics, but a very quick turn of events there. You know.
Yeah.
Not drawn out as much as some people wanted. It was good.
It's curious to are they going to the West Coast Avengers type scenario? The
West Coast, Dark Avengers, Thunderbolts. There's all these different names being kind of thrown around.
Seeing the Countess de La Fontaine is kind of an like we don't quite know. In the comics, she's S.H.I.E.L.D. Mm-hmm. She's one of Fury's agents, right? But it's hard to get that read off of her at this point. You know,
you don't quite know if she's. You know she's not totally good.
Yeah.
But you don't know if she's totally bad.
Yeah.
You don't, and that's kind of where that whole you don't know which team they're setting up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I can say is it's an Always Sunny style sitcom where the three of them are roommates.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam, Bucky, and John?
Yes.
That would be fun. No, just throw Zemo in there too. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, let's just have all four of them.
He'd be trying to kill two of them all the time.
And I like that Zemo's kind of still got some skin in the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah. It took you a second to realize that was the butler.
Yeah. I'm like, who's this old guy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. I liked that a lot. I liked the fact the way that ended. You know, you thought they were going to get a little more of those guys, and they're like, nope, still only have the two super soldiers.
I think Sam's speech at the end, that monologue could have been shortened a little bit. Yeah. I get where they were going with it, and there was an agenda to it. Yeah. I get it, but it was a little preachy. I think it could have been less.
I feel like he rehashed a couple things more than once, right?
Yeah. I think that could have been shortened, but finally getting to see him in the Captain America suit, which I called it. I mean, it was hard not to think that that's what that was, right?
Right.
So apparently that's vibranium.
Yep.
So there you go.
Yeah, they've confirmed that, which makes sense.
Yeah, which was not in the comics, I don't think.
And there's been quite a few things that weren't vibranium in the comics that had to be in the movies because of rights to movies and names and stuff like that.
This begs the question, when they do bring Wolverine into the MCU, will his bones be coated with
vibranium
or adamantium?
I think they have to keep true to that. Adamantium, because that's going to be a foreign substance. You know? So, I mean...
Yeah. And I don't think it really matters as much at this point because they own... They can
say it, yes.
Yeah. But I think it'll be adamantium. I think so. I mean, that'd be kind of like saying that you wouldn't use vibranium. You would have said different metal.
Yeah.
You know, so...
But, I mean, So you think they make a distinction? Adamantium's the hard metal, vibranium is the charged metal, I guess, the better for like energy or something like that.
Well, I mean, it's probably that they were able to find one over the other. That may be more of the what it comes down to.
I guess that's the way I've always understood it. Is vibranium has a special way of dispersing energy, where adamantium's just really hard. It's like the next step above titanium in hardness or something.
Which also never explains why Wolverine's claws are so stinking sharp. Being a hard metal doesn't make you sharp.
Right.
Just saying. His claws
makes it that much harder.
His claws can still dull.
Now they heat up. Now he has energy.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll get
So even if they were hard, he can make them so hot, he just cuts through you anyway.
That'll get softer out later. Yeah. No, it was fun. It was a fun series. I guess we're kind of in a drought until Black Widow.
Nope. Loki starts after. So you got Bad Batch.
Starts Tuesday.
So tomorrow they have the making of Falcon Winter Soldier that drops.
Okay. So if you're watching this, if you're watching this live tomorrow.
Yeah, Friday. Then Bad Batch starts next week.
Okay.
Well, not next week. The 12th.
Yes, Tuesday. No,
it's
May
Tuesday?
4th.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. So and then right after Bad Batch you have Loki.
Okay.
And that should feed into Black Widow.
Okay. Golly.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Loki was coming up that quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew they were like bam, 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 but I thought that was hinging on Black Widow at its original release date.
Yeah.
If you were gonna skip Star Wars, then we'd have a break.
Yeah.
But
yeah, if you're just looking at Disney Plus, Marvel, Lucasfilms, all that kind of.
And I guess we wouldn't have had as big a break had Black Widow hit its original.
Yeah, because that would be next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If it would have stuck, it would have been next Friday. So
there we go.
Yeah.
That's why it felt weird.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Black Widow I don't see moving for sure now that they have a Disney Plus thing going on.
Yeah.
So
I say it's too late in the game, but stranger things have happened.
Yeah. So. Also, we saw the new Falcon.
Oh, the new Red Wings.
No, the new Falcon was introduced as well. He's in the comic books. So when Anthony Mackie, Captain America, leaves his wings behind for the military guy. Torres. Yeah,
that's right. He is the new Falcon.
He's also Falcon in the comics. So we saw a new Falcon get introduced. So you have Captain America, you have a new Falcon. So kind of see if they wearing what he is used in next as well. So
or if they use them, they could just kind of throw little nods out there and never really explored again.
I don't know. I think they kind of give his character quite a bit of screen time for nothing.
Yeah.
So,
but they made a point at the end that the actual series changed back to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. So it's alluding that they're still.
I don't know. I saw something the other day.
Duo.
The director came out and said he's no longer the Winter Soldier. He is James Bucky Barnes.
Well, then why didn't his name change at the last end scene?
I don't know.
Captain America and the Bucky.
Yeah, I don't know. So I guess
a beaver with a ball cap in Texas.
I guess he's still the Winter Soldier as far as that goes until he gets a new tagline.
Captain America,
which we know is White Wolf.
White Wolf.
He'll change to that officially, but
which he was never White Wolf in the comics. That was a different character.
Yeah,
but pretty good.
While we're on the Marvel still, did y'all see the She-Hulk teaser?
Did not.
It was only like 15 seconds long or so. It was real short, but it's out.
Sweet. I know that.
Pretty cool.
Probably something they did with Hawkeye when they first started filming. They did a little quick teaser.
Oh yeah. You almost wondered if it was fake.
Yeah, I thought it was. Never. No, it's real.
Yeah, I had to so I first saw not the teaser itself, but all these reactions to it, and I was like, I don't know. But then I did a little bit of searching, and I found it. It's real.
Yeah, because Hawkeye just finished filming this last week, and that'll be in the fall. So.
Man. And then Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi, and then we still have the Eternals this year as well.
You think that actually hits this year?
I mean, if they're going to figure out a way to make Black Widow, and if it's pushing all the other storylines, then it kind of has to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, with the way Marvel works, it's not like DC where they can say, that movie doesn't matter for 2 years.
Yeah.
Because everything pushes the next thing.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. So let's see. What all setups did we get from Falcon and Winter Soldier? Potential teams and U.S. Agent.
Different teams.
Zemo's still around. Trying to think if they dropped any other.
Captain America 4 is in development.
Yeah.
We've seen that officially announced.
And then the Sharon Carter arc. That's out of left field, man.
I have no idea. So there's been people saying that she's a Skrull.
Right. I've seen that.
Of course, that she's just her and she's hell bent on revenge.
Or she's some kind of like triple agent kind of a thing.
Yeah. I don't see them playing that out in a movie.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of people alluding to there's going to be multiple seasons of this show, whether it be called that or something else.
Yeah.
I don't know if her story arc's big enough to be played out in a movie.
Here's a theory. Maybe we do get multiple seasons, and we get to watch her, and then the three new kind of Captain America characters. But not a while back there were rumors that Chris Evans has signed on for a fourth movie.
Yeah.
And I've also heard people speculating that Captain America 4 is actually another prequel that expands on his time during World War II, where he might possibly meet Logan.
Oh.
I mean, parts of that could work out. I don't know. I know that for sure this Captain America that they just talked about in development is about Anthony Mackie's Captain America.
Yeah.
So I don't see... I mean, maybe they'll do something else in that, or it kind of introduces... or bring us back into another thing, but
yeah.
But I have also seen that there's been talks for almost a year that Chris Evans is still Captain America, is still going to be coming back as some sort of version of that character.
They said it a million times. He's on.
He did, and they kept saying, they kept saying he's gone, but there's never been an explanation of him dying at some point.
Right.
Well, we know he's around for the same reason that Loki is around. It's a branch off of.
Yeah,
him going back.
At the very least, we know old Captain America could potentially be alive.
Yeah.
No, not old Captain. The Steve that went back is still frozen in the ice. After he went back, and because he only went back to the 70s to become old, when he was putting the stones back. So he is still in the ice because it created 2 time streams.
That would be interesting.
It's the same thought process.
I'm trying to go back to what Hulk explained in Endgame. If you take,
it's
envisioning things.
It's the same process as the Loki series. Loki is branching off of him taking the Tesseract after the engine. So it's the same thought process there.
Unless Loki, the conclusion of the Loki series just takes everything and.
Yeah.
I mean, it could, but
the Loki series,
that's what the TVA does. They fix.
It's very intriguing. To see what they're going to do.
But as it stands right now, Cap is still frozen in the ice. Unless they've thawed him out and he's actually on the moon.
Well, I mean, I would think if he was thawed in that timeline, whatever, then how would people know about him?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it would make it, I don't know. It's a whole conundrum of brain thinking that hurts your brain.
Yeah. No, I'm not thinking about it anymore. Speaking of not thinking... We went and saw a movie where we didn't need to think about nothing.
Nope.
Because it was just an hour and a half of senseless violence.
Yeah, we just laughed and went, ooh, that hurt.
So Chris and I went and saw Mortal Kombat on Saturday.
Yep.
Tanner watched it later. Did you watch it at home or did you go to the theater?
No, we went to the theater.
You went and saw the theater.
That was good.
It was so good.
It's not a good film. Let's say that. It's a good movie.
It's a good Mortal Kombat movie.
Right?
It was, if you go into it thinking, I'm going to watch fatalities and fighting and zero plotline, that's 100% what it was.
That plotline was...
Then you're good to go.
Yeah.
I mean, your expectations were met.
It had a plot line if you compare it to anything else Mortal Kombat.
So I would say...
I mean,
I would say the original... I would say that the original Mortal Kombat movie... probably had a little bit stronger plot line. Annihilation, just anything's better than that. That movie was
I still watch it.
Garbage.
If it's on, I watch it.
Huh?
If it's on TV, I'll watch it.
I've never caught it on anything.
I just can't help myself.
I figured New Line just wanted to forget about that movie. So I would say it's as far as plot line goes, I think the plot line of the 95 version was kind of more of a story.
Well, they actually gave you more of the understanding of what it all was.
Yeah.
Right? This was like, if you're coming to watch this movie, you should know.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that. Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's been around for over 20 years.
I think more than that, right? Almost. This is early 90s.
95 was so the original
like
video
93
game
or 94,
93.
right? Yeah. So I mean, you got to think this is over 30 years.
92. I'm trying to remember. I was in middle school.
Almost 30. We'll just
I
say
was in
3
sixth
decades,
grade.
though.
Yeah.
So I mean, and most people that are going to go watch it, the target audience is going to be us.
Yeah.
Our age, 20s to 40s. So I mean,
Yeah.
we all know.
So, you know, the best part of the movie completely was Kano.
Yeah,
Like
He was pretty funny.
he just made me feel like that guy that always does all the Australian like voiceovers
Shut-
over
like-
anything, the commentary.
oh yeah.
That's what I felt
the
like
actor
the whole time.
the actor was Australian, but it sounded like he was doing a fake Australian accent, like super exaggerated.
Yeah.
Like I'm Kano, and I'm gonna beat your ass. Like a white guy, like an American would make an Australian accent. That's what he sounded like.
It was great though. I mean,
No, he was.
like when he got zapped by Raiden, he's like, "All right, Gandalf, what's my power?" Just,
like
I just loved it, man.
you know, and it was, you know, he had, of course had way more of a role than he did in the original movie.
Absolutely, yeah.
you
And
know.
you still see that hatred between him and
Sonya.
Sonya Blade.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that was a good thing to see in there as well.
Well, yeah, you have to have that.
Yeah.
The Kano Sonya arc's like the Sub-Zero Scorpion arc. They're
Yeah.
just part of the game.
Yep.
Right. I didn't really care for Liu Kang. I think I like Liu Kang better than the original movie. I like him
I thought
better.
he was pretty cool.
I think I like Liu Kang better as the kind of the lead character of it all.
I liked him in this movie better because he wasn't so whiny. He's kind of whiny in the originals.
Sure, like Luke Skywalker whiny, like a New Hope Luke Skywalker whiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
like entitled millennial whining.
I was glad like seeing Kung Lao in the movie was cool, and his
Yeah.
fatality was totally the
That
coolest.
was probably the best one.
yeah,
Yeah.
When he killed, I don't know what her name is. I just was
demon
like,
girl.
I was just like, hey, that's
Yeah, I didn't know
that's
that character. That must
Vampirella
be
or Purgatory. I don't know who this is.
yeah, just running her through the hat buzzsaw.
Yeah. And I guess they say that, I guess what I'm seeing is the way that he died sets up his return, so he can still come back
Because he's
as
just a
useful
soul that
character.
Shang Tsung has.
Yeah.
At the very least, Shang Tsung will change into him
Yeah.
and fight as him, kind of a thing.
We didn't lose him because I liked his character quite a bit in this one. It was cool to see him in there.
Yeah. Which, that's technically the second time that Kung Lao, because in the first movie, that's who, when
That's
Luke,
who he kills.
well, Liu Kang, the opening scene is Liu Kang
Yeah.
dreaming about him killing,
Oh, yeah.
about Shang Tsung killing Kung Lao.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Kung Lao was like his cousin or whatever.
Right.
And they kind of alluded to that, but it was more like a
Adoptive
cousin than anything. I liked this time that, you know, Raiden wasn't a French guy. You know, I think, you know, and Scorpion and Sub-Zero were actually Asian actors, or at least Asian descent.
Yeah.
I think that the actor that played Sub-Zero is that Asian American or Asian Canadian. I can't remember. But you know, they got, what's his bucket? I can't even remember. I can't remember his name, but I know everything he's been in. A lot of things he's been in recently, you know, In-Game and Westworld, the actor that played Scorpion.
Oh, okay.
That, and I will say, outside of Kano, that opening scene
was good.
it was hard to live up to that
Yeah.
scene.
And he's played a lot of that samurai role.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he was in this Last Samurai with, you know, I mean, he was
Yeah.
in that. So, I mean, he definitely has that down. So,
Yeah. I kind of, I'm on the fence as to whether or not they needed to bring in a brand new character.
You know, I saw that.
tell the
you know,
story.
Of course, Sub-Zero, we know he's coming back in some capacity if the movies keep going.
Right.
Because the actor already came out and said he signed a 4-movie deal.
Yeah.
Now,
So, I mean, I think it's just to kind of further push that storyline, the little bit of storyline they had in the movie.
to me, it depends on whether he shows up in the games or not. Because the whole thing about the games is there's a lot of characters.
Yeah.
So if they bring him in as a game character, then that's cool. Just as someone else. they play.
That doesn't bug me. I just, like I said, you've got this huge repertoire of characters that they could have used.
And they bring this
And then
they
they
have a
make
brand new one.
Another brand new one, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I was saying, I was talking to Darren about this earlier because he still hasn't watched it. And I was like, his power that he got kind of disappointed me.
yeah.
I was like, all these other people are shooting this and shooting that. And, you know, they have to do those things because that's what we see in the game, right? And then he just gets this, like, T-shirt
Yeah. Like
that,
this,
like,
this
absorbs power and punches it back out.
yeah. Well, and then
and
he
a couple-
has the,
and the
he has
brawler sticks.
little tonfas or whatever.
Yeah. I was
yeah.
a little disappointed with that.
I like, it almost would have like been cool if he kind of embodied Scorpion's,
That's what I
Some way.
thought was
set.
going to happen.
you know?
I
That-
thought something was going to happen that
Yeah.
way.
The-
Yeah.
Now, I will say I'll be more disappointed with the new character if in the next one, since he kind of settled Scorpion's unfinished business, if him being here means we don't get Scorpion, then I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, and I think you should still be able to get both, right? Because, I mean, you see in that very first part that, of course, there's some kind of big rivalry between their clans.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know that.
That's been set up from the
you know
first
that
game,
forever,
yeah.
right? So you got to be able to see more of that in some way, especially if Sub-Zero is coming back.
Yeah. And then there was an arc that, in the video game at least, I think going into Mortal Kombat 3, that there are multiple Sub-Zeros.
Yes.
That it's just a title, and that the one that killed Scorpion is different than the one that kind of continues forth in the game.
And we've seen that play forward, of course, in the movie, blah, blah. But, cartoons have had that other Sub-Zero in it, So, I mean, there's been other things that have had that other version.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's always been like a different person entirely, not like what this would be the same character reincarnated.
So the only character, of course, that they from the original game, the original 7 that you don't see in the film is Johnny Cage.
Kind of. You see his crotch on a poster.
You see his crotch on a poster. That's about it. And it heavily alludes to he's in the next one.
Yeah, he's being recruited.
Not to spoil too much, but it's. Yeah, they're setting him up, and I did read an interview with the director as to why they decided to cut Johnny Cage. One, they already had enough characters to drive the plot, and two,
you mean the action?
And two, I mean, quite honestly, they were just like he wouldn't have provided enough to the storyline.
Yeah, I think it would have taken it away because then you're. If they do anything with him, like what they did in the other movie, Sonya, then that's pulling away from what she already has to do with the Kano character.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think that would have messed up that balance there.
So, but yeah, you see pretty much everywhere else no real notion of Shao Kahn.
It feels like
Shang Tsung.
He's it.
Yeah. So.
Didn't you see a statue that looked like Shao Kahn?
Yes, there was one,
yeah.
I think, but there was still no mention of anybody being better or somebody overruling him or anything like that.
So, I mean, again, they didn't in the 95 Mortal Kombat movie either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You didn't see him till Annihilation, and but of course he didn't exist till the second game either. So so yeah, it was fun. It was. I don't know that I'll watch it again intentionally. Like if it's on, I might watch it again. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there was a lot of laughing, which was good. The Kano character. I mean, I liked the meme that I saw that this actor is the next actor that's been sent to the hospital for carrying an entire movie on his back.
I would agree. I think
but the fatalities were brutal, as they should be. They did a lot of the good, one-liners that you see from the movie. Fatality,
flawless victory,
and so I mean, it was good.
Did you hear finish him?
I think that was in there.
I heard test your might. That was during training. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of the other big Mortal Kombat.
I'm sure they're all in there.
Yeah.
There's probably a video already surfaced that has
of all the Easter eggs.
I do want to know where Scorpion learned "Get Over Here."
Yeah, because that was the only.
He did not know English.
Only English he knew, but he had to say it.
He had
to say it.
Maybe they have TV in hell. Who knows? You don't know.
He's down there for a long time. I'm sure he learned some things.
He's been watching something. So,
I mean, Sub-Zero learned a whole lot of stuff in his time. So
honestly, my thing with the whole "Get Over Here" thing, right? Of course, the original voice acting and in the original movie was Ed Boon, one of the game's creators. That is actually his voice, and they used it in the first movie as well. And of course, you're not going to use that because it's disembodied, right? He's not a white dude, right? Mm-hmm. Make him say it in Japanese and just subtitle it. Make him say it in Japanese with that same kind of
I wonder if they did
gusto or whatever.
I bet they did, and then they just felt like maybe in their screenings that just doesn't.
And it could be a language thing that maybe in Japanese it just doesn't have the same
chutzpah.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was probably like this long of a translation.
It's
like, wait, what? He already threw the thing and brought it back. It doesn't make any sense now.
Focus group killed that one. So, no, it was good.
Favorite fatality?
Kung Lao's.
Yeah, that's what I have to say too.
I'm trying to remember trying to remember all of them. So Jax did the head smash on what's his bucket.
Yeah, I didn't even know who that was. I was like, who is this guy? I didn't know who he was.
Let's see. Sonya put a hole through Melina.
Yeah. Goro got gashed to death.
Yeah.
He got his arm cut off, and then he got just cut straight through.
Reptile got
his heart taken out.
Yeah, Kano. Yeah, Kano did his heart rip thing. That's right. Which makes sense. No spinal cord head rip.
I was kind of disappointed in that. But I think
Scorpion got his,
that one.
Yeah, Scorpion got his flamethrower.
Yeah.
Liu Kang did he knock anybody's block off? I'm trying to think what the original 7 fatalities were. Because
Liu
the original
Liu Kang was the dragon.
That's right. That was a later fatality in the games for him because his original MK1 fatality was just doing an uppercut and knocking someone's head off.
Yeah.
Or was that Johnny Cage's? Crap, I don't even remember. Maybe
they mentioned the uppercut though.
Yeah.
That was Cole's whole thing.
Yeah, it's telling Cole to do it. Do your uppercut. And that's when he took Goro out.
Yeah.
It was weird to see some of those characters die, but again, who knows what they'll do? They may have some way of bringing those just right back.
Yeah, well, you saw the main one, Sub-Zero and Melina, just kind of faded into smoke.
Yeah,
and
they should do
teleported off.
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anybody that was one of the
champions,
the bigger characters, right? The more well-known older characters.
And it does sound like if there's another movie, he said he wasn't bringing champions or fighters; he was bringing armies.
Yeah.
So
at the very least, you'll see cameos.
You see a lot of characters in this next one.
Because other big characters that are still out there that are kind of crucial to the plot line, Shao Kahn, Katana,
yeah.
Katana's still out there.
Yep.
You saw her. You saw the fans in the temple.
Okay.
In Outworld?
No.
Katana would be from Outworld.
Oh, and Liu Kang's?
In Liu Kang's temple, you saw...
Oh, in the Raiden's temple.
In Raiden's temple, you saw the fans in the background when they're eating dinner.
Guess I have to watch it again.
Yeah. If only there was a place we could watch it over and over again. Oh, it's on HBO Max for another 20 days.
Is it only a 30-day thing?
Yeah, so a lot of
then
these
it goes to theaters.
A lot of these co-releases now on HBO Max, they're 31 days on HBO Max before they leave again. So Godzilla vs. Kong, I think maybe at the time of this recording is already off. Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah. So
that's good though, because that does help to push some people to theaters.
Yeah, that and it's gonna push.
It's to drive
home release
DVD sales.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They've even talked about this next year. Warner Brothers is trying to completely drop any kind of physical media for their movies.
That's lame. I still buy physical media.
It's better for the environment, and they can make you buy it again when they close different digital outlets down. Dun dun dun! You don't own anything.
Yep.
It's like an NFT. By the way, have we started selling NFTs?
I don't. I think unless Tanner wants to start selling some of his promo posters, we have anything to sell for NFT. And you can't really do that because half our promo art is other people's art.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't really be beneficial at all.
We could NFT the logo. Where's the original digital logo file?
Yeah, it's in my cloud.
There you go.
But even that, Brent Peoples would have it. The artist.
Depends on it. Depends on if he owns the art completely. I don't know. That'd be interesting. I bet you if Darren could buy it though, he would.
Yeah, that'd depend because it's just like outside of the physical artwork, a lot of our artists don't actually own the art. Marvel does.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but that's what they're selling.
Let's just tell Darren that he needs to buy the NFT, and he'll just be like, "How do I get it? I don't care what it costs or why. Now that I know that there's something original out there, I need to own it."
Yeah, I think Brent did the original art on the computer. I don't think he did that on a piece of paper, but he might have. But I don't know. We don't have an original physical,
like a scan in or anything like that.
Yeah, we don't have any kind of copy. I think he drew that and then scanned it in, sent it to us. So
it's worth investigation. I'm just saying.
It'd be actually. I kind of wonder if Darren ever asked him. Brent probably has it somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah.
There's question marks up there.
Well, I was going to put another topic in there if we thought of one, but we didn't really. And so it's cool. We don't have to have another topic.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we do.
I can say that I am excited about Bad Batch next week.
So, yeah, I think I'm going to watch it, but like I'm not as excited about it as a lot of other people are. Then again, like I didn't watch all of Clone Wars either. I watched specific arcs that of the things that I kind of wanted to delve more into the plot. So a lot of it was more the Mandalorian stuff. That was really the big pieces of Clone Wars that I went in and grabbed, and then anything that involved like Ahsoka's arc, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of like the things outside of that, I never really gave a crap about. So I'll watch the first episode and see if it hooks. I did, however, watch Invincible on Stetson's
I still need to watch that. Yeah,
and
I need to watch it.
I never read the comic. It was just kind of out there. Like I knew of it, and I knew that it was Robert Kirkman's kind of superhero arc. Yeah, that one throws you for a loop pretty early on.
Yeah.
And it's actually really good. So I'm up to episode. I think I watched episode. Nah, I need to rewatch episode 4. I accidentally fell asleep.
I know it's already signed on for 2 more seasons.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
that's good.
It's like the voice acting cast is like all star.
Yeah.
Like it's funny is like there's a lot of Walking Dead actors. So like the kind of the Justice League analog. Like everybody in that is a Walking Dead actor.
That's awesome.
Just because of all those relationships and correlations and stuff. And of course, the lead character, Mark, Invincible, is Stephen Yeun.
Okay.
So from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a really good show. So.
Yeah, I need to start that. I've been watching a show on Netflix, and
The Crown.
No. Isn't that the one that everybody was obsessed about?
I mean, it's about Queen Elizabeth. It's like about the royal family. My wife watches it, and I'll watch it if she's watching it. But
no, it's another one. I can't remember what it's brand new. Something Bone. It's pretty good though. But I've been kind of. Let's see. So I'm watching the draft right in front of me, so I have to go off to this for a second.
Oh my gosh!
Don't worry that the Falcons aren't up yet. It's still the second pick. Trevor Lawrence went number 1. If you're curious and you haven't,
Oh, totally.
Watch it.
I was worried about it. I don't even watch the NHL draft, and I love hockey because drafts are.
Well, the
boring to
NFL
me.
one is not draft boring. Everything you said about whatever that sport you just said was just boring.
Yeah. So
Shadow and Bone.
and Bone. So what is it about?
So it's more fantasy based. It doesn't really say any kind of world or anything like that, but basically there's like, we call them Grisha, magical power people that creates this huge fold in the middle of this world, and it's all about having this person that's going to be called a sun summoner come and take it down. So it kind of takes you down her storyline and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it's pretty interesting so far. I've actually enjoyed it quite a bit. So it's not a mature TV show that you see a lot of Netflix things.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's it stays away from all the nudity and sex and all that kind of stuff. It's just more about the story, and so it's been good so far. I liked it.
So there's a series on HBO Max called The Nevers that I've looked at, but I haven't quite.
That's pretty new, right?
It just came out.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
and I've got that on my list.
it's like, what if the X-Men were in like Victorian England?
Yeah.
Right. And it looks fairly interesting. The reviews I've kind of read on are kind of fair to middling, but
Yeah.
that one looked somewhat interesting. I remember watching, I think it was on Amazon. Was it Carnival Row that had?
Yeah, Carnival Row was.
I watched the first episode of that, and I just couldn't stay awake. And
Yeah, I watched that whole series. I know a lot of people were, again, it was kind of. I would watch another series. I mean, I would just to see them explore that world more, right?
yeah,
So I thought it was pretty good. I like that just because the fantasy based stuff like that, or where it's a completely different world that has nothing to do with anything involved in our Earth story. It's pretty cool.
every Malifaux player's dream world, right?
Yeah.
Kind of where that falls. So yeah. So the store's coming along great. We're getting some play in the game room. Lots of exciting stuff.
Did you come up here for either X-Wing night?
No, I've had work we've had events coming out of our nose at work. So
X-Wing night was good last night. We had quite a few people show up.
nice.
So we're enjoying that. Surprisingly selling a lot of Legion stuff. So I'm kind of curious if that's going to turn into anybody coming up and actually
Hope
playing
so.
Legion.
I want to see that actually played.
I know one of our employees, Kristen, said she's played it 1 or 2 times and she'd like to get to play it more. So we just need to get some other people to start doing that. So, but it's been really cool to see everybody coming in and the events that we've already had, the events we have in the future coming. So it's been really cool to see everybody coming in and to see the Amarillo be excited. I was at Toot and Totem, which is our local gas station here. You wouldn't have any idea who that is unless you lived in Amarillo.
Yeah.
But I was over there and somebody saw my shirt. And, she's like, "What is Unknown?" And then I kind of told her what it was about. And then as I'm leaving, I hear another employee on the other side of the register go, "Oh, are you talking about Unknown?" Like all excited and stuff like that. And I mean, it's just kind of cool to see that people are excited about it here in town. Yeah. So, I mean, that's not something we ever got at our other comic book store. So, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yep, that is pretty awesome. Well, so we're starting to get back working on content and stuff. Now that we kept calling it the grand opening, but it was the soft opening.
Yeah, it was an opening.
It was an opening. It wasn't the grand opening. That's still coming in June. Is where we're targeting for the grand opening.
So we have some pretty hard dates now, right?
Hard-ish. Darren said they're not 100% verified.
So
hard-ish. That's known as soft.
So we have an artist at the end of May. Hopefully his name rhymes with Hawaiian. Hopefully he's here at the end of May. And then we have a lot of guests lined up currently in June. So of course we've been talking about Donnie Cates, we've been talking about Ryan Stegman, and now we even have Tyler Kirkham. Looks like all 3 of them will most likely be here whenever that time happens. Most likely the second week of June.
We're going to do submissions for that though, right?
Correct. So what we're doing is, I think by
people really need to jump on
by the 4th or 5th, we're supposed to have. It's happening.
Yeah, we should 100% know by
for the Hawaiian rhymer and these guys.
I'm still drawing a blank on the Hawaiian rhymer. I'm gonna have to ask you after because I think we talked about it, but my brain is still.
It's who we've been saying he's hopefully coming in the month of May, but I can't remember if we've said it out loud or not.
Yeah.
But so he's supposed to be here hopefully at the end of May, and then the other 3 will be right now second week of June.
Yeah, so keep an eye out on all of our socials because we'll have all this information there.
We'll be blasting you
as soon as we know
for submissions. Now the Hawaiian one we may not be able to take submissions on just because he's coming from another country, so it's not 100% sure.
Oh, okay, hold on, got it.
He'll be here.
Good. So it took a little bit for that to click.
And then we have another guest like the week after those 3 guys.
Yeah,
so
2 possibly.
Just still ironing that out, and it sounds like it'll probably be 2. So we have 5 guests lined up in the month of June that are supposed to be here in store. So within a 2-week period.
It's a good thing I've got vacation saved up at work.
Yeah,
looks like we're gonna be busy.
Yeah, so June's gonna be pretty packed. It should be pretty cool. Hopefully the end of May is packed with whatever, because we have a lot of stuff that we could get that guy to do.
Yeah.
So, and then so we're still working out July and things like that. So having these guests and things like coming here is going to be really, really awesome. We're really excited about that. So. Just getting now. I'm guessing by the 5th, if we get it ironed out, they're going to be like, okay, you got to paint the rest of the studio now, and this and that.
We're ready to. We just need some drywalling done.
Yep.
So with kind of expanding our content, we're really, or I'm personally, Tanner's kind of the YouTube evangelist. I'm the Twitch evangelist. So I'm going to be doing a lot more live game streams. So we've talked about doing actual tabletop game streams. That's different. I'm talking about actually live computer gaming. So kind of my focus going into when we're going to do this, and I don't quite know exactly when I'm going to start, but it's going to be a weekly. That's what I'm thinking to kind of start. But the games I'm going to focus on are tabletop or comic adjacent related games. So it'll be, Magic Arena. That's probably where we're going to start. Or things on Tabletop Simulator, or like the Gloomhaven computer game, things that also have tabletop equivalents or comic related, type games. Something that's kind of in our wheelhouse because I could play whatever. But I think for us that's really where I want to focus. So the kind of the opening series, I'm gonna call this series of games Brandon Sucks at Magic. Or no, help Brandon not suck at magic.
Yeah, that sounds better.
I think that is so. It's going to be an interactive stream where I'm going to let a lot of backseat gamers help me learn the game better. So we're going to do drafts, because you can do drafts on Arena. So people are going to help me learn how to draft, build, and play, and then I'm hopefully going to not suck at magic. Yep. That's the end goal, and also entertain you people in the process.
Yep.
It's going to be a very humbling experience.
Because you're going to be like, no, my idea is better. But no, it isn't, Brandon, and this is why. Because I'm trying to help you not suck.
You act like that's my personality. Totally not. I am usually right, though.
Oh, see, there it is.
So hopefully we'll get that started here within the next week or so. So if you're one of our Twitch followers, be on the lookout for that. Yeah, Tanner, what do we got planned for the YouTubes?
So we'll have our usual videos we've been doing. I've been putting out a review every week. Chris does our FOC videos, and then the podcast, of course. I've been starting to do some studying. We want to get into some lore videos, kind of like, pick a character and do the history of that character. Yeah. So, stuff like that that's really going to be evergreen kind of content. And then we are this close to being able to start doing tabletop gaming.
There's actually one out there. It's not a full tabletop game. It's a board game. It's one of the number one games right now. It's called The Initiative. And I think it kind of fits into what we need to do. So I was thinking about actually just demoing a copy out for us. But basically, the storyline plot is a comic book.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So the comic book is how the story pushes you through the board game.
Okay.
So we should open it up here, and we can look at that. Maybe it's something we can do pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah.
So
there's also I mentioned y'all. There's some kind of some social deduction board games and stuff that would be kind of fun for us to play on stream. Yep. Get like a bunch of the employees in here, have a big group, and we can actually shoot that and stuff. So we've got a lot of stuff that we could do. We just need to get that freaking room finished so we can do it.
Yeah. Well, and.
Well, if anything, we can make what we have work.
Other parts of the building are getting finished, so maybe we can get some of that stuff that does not belong to the video department out of here.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
So.
Why are you looking at me?
No. Because you're related to him.
Why are you looking at me? He's got his own room now. You can lock that stuff up in there.
He can.
Yep.
We just need to, while he's in Maine, just dump it all in there and he gets back.
Yep.
And it's just piled.
I mean, it's not any different than what it was in our offices at Ops.
That's true.
So,
all right. Well, real quick, I did want to double back with the FOC video. Chris, we are doing something a little bit different on the FOC video.
Yeah. So now, if you comment, of course, like, share, but if you comment on our FOC videos, that actually gets you entered in a chance to win one of each of those books that we talk about. So it's a variant of each of those. So you're not going to get if there's 4 variants, you're not going to get all 4. But you get a chance to win, at least 10 books. This week there was 13 or 14 books on our FOC because some of them got smashed together. So you actually get a chance to win quite a few books just for commenting on the video.
Yeah.
But of course, subscribe, and share those videos as well. We try to give you as much good content as we can. Trying to help you decide, if you only had so much to spend in a week and you want to read certain books or you want to get started on a series, that's why we're making those videos to kind of help you out. So.
Yeah. So go to our YouTube. That's our final order cutoff videos, our FOC videos that you definitely want to jump on that and take advantage of that and share it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, even though you're reducing your own chances of winning, I'm just saying, it really doesn't help you to not share it. It helps us more. So, all right. Well, Chris, if they haven't already found us, where can they find us?
Yeah, of course, you can always find us at unknowncomicbooks.com. If you're looking for us on social media, find us on Instagram or Facebook at Unknown Comic Books. I am sorry. If you want to find us on Twitch, it's at @unknown_comics. Again, I'm messing that up. Yeah. Wow, I'm all messed up. Twitter is at unknown.
It's like you haven't been here to do this forever.
What happened to me? Anyway, just look for Unknown Comics. You'll find us. We're on Twitch. Us. We're on Pinterest. We're on all the things. So we even have one of them TikToks that we don't use. So I mean,
Did you let us write the script this week or what?
Yeah. I was reading somebody's script. It wasn't mine.
See, that was the nice thing about the other week when we recorded out in the big room. We can just read it off the wall.
Yeah, it's like, now there's even more stickers. We got
Well, apparently we need to get one just right across
there
the back
somewhere.
wall there. That'd be really good.
They
Well,
got a
guys,
misprint. We'll just hang the misprint back here.
Yeah.
yeah, there you go. Guys, thanks so much for joining us again this week. For everybody who did join us live, thanks. And we'll be back again live next week on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. And then, of course, you can find us everywhere that you find podcast and our video one on YouTube. Thanks, and have a great week.